Hello there, Dr. Sheep here. Welcome back to another TGIF Talks, episode 92, or 91, one of the two. Anyways, I'm your host, Dr. Sheep, joined by co-host, Anonymous Phil. Hello?
Oh, is that my cue?
It is your cue. It's always been your cue. Okay, whatever. Roll the intro.
Hi.
What? Alright. Don't test me here, Mr. Tanner.
Wouldn't you like to get away?
It's Friday. Gotta get down on Friday.
And they're always glad you came.
These podcasts are broken down to 4 parts. First, we have how our week's been, followed by the news, followed by your comment, followed by a random fourth topic. Today's random fourth topic is the elements of the periodic table. We will get into that. So basically, anything. So like our whole story about the element game that I got from the Big Bang Theory, we'll just discuss it in the fourth segment because there's a lot to discuss that happened, at least in my life, anyways, in the past week. So, we're just going to so this first segment's gonna be kind of eventful. Anyways,
Eventful.
I mean, for my side, anyways. I don't know about we'll find out here about yours. Anyways, I'm just watching. There's a lot of lightning outside my window. Wow. All right.
Really?
Yeah.
There's nothing here.
Well, yeah, yeah.
It's bright blue skies. Well, not bright blue, but there's clouds, but it's blue.
Yeah, it's not blue here. It's a yellow.
Is it green? Is it greenish yellow?
No. It's more like you have a kidney problem. Piss yellow.
Oh, good. So it's not hail.
Not that I can see yet. Honestly, the clouds above me look scarier than the clouds that are coming.
My car. Well, I can't say this for a fact because it's 7 years old. But in the time I have owned it, it's never seen hail, and I don't intend on starting now.
With your new one, yeah.
Yeah.
That'll suck. My truck's seen hail. Oh, no comment on that?
What?
My truck has seen hail.
Yeah.
We drove through it.
Well, you did.
Hey.
I was the navigator. I told you to keep going, and you did. That was your decision to keep going.
No, it wasn't. You were the navigator. Navigator tells the driver what to do. The driver just shouldn't make decisions.
Yeah, but it's up to the driver on whether or not he wants to veto what I have to say. He could say, no, I'm going my own way.
The minute I saw the rotation, I should have just been like, you know what? Let's not.
I have a different idea.
Let's not. Anyways, so how was your week before we get into mine?
As always, it was another week.
Nothing interesting at all? I mean, besides the funeral?
Not particularly. I mean, we had a new day. The sun rose again. It set again. I went to work again. I had dinner again.
Nothing interesting at work happened?
I mean, I had new conversations.
Oh, wow.
It was not like the same words repeating over each other.
Oh, wow. You ever have a conversation repeat itself? Like, you ever have the same conversation with somebody, like, twice?
Every day I go in, my boss has to remind me what to do.
Your boss says the same things to you every single day.
Yeah, pretty much. Do this, do that, do this, do that. Okay, thank you.
But it's the same things.
No, every once in a while he changes it up a little,
Okay. Well,
Keep me on my toes.
I guess it's more common for you than it is for me. But for me, I don't know. It doesn't happen too often, but you repeat the same conversations with people and it's like, huh. I hope that's my air conditioner.
I mean, I never intended to repeat the conversation. They just more or less end up that way.
Fair enough. Well, anyways.
I didn't wake up in the morning and decided, hey, let's do everything we did yesterday on purpose.
Oh, great. Well, anyways, I guess I can get into my week then. So,
I didn't give you permission.
oh, I'm sorry. Emergency alert. National Weather Service. Tornado warning is in this area until 7:45 CM. Or this, whatever, screw off. I don't see a tornado. I'm fine. Anyways,
Am I fine?
I don't know. This is. I'll have to go
Okay.
look at my deck. I'm very curious what's going on outside. But, anyways,
Oh, wait.
No. Back to what we're doing. So very eventful week. So so last weekend, unfortunately, Phil and I did attend a funeral.
Yes.
The services were all right. I was so glad that our uncle then decided to go up and actually talk about her, because I was so confused why the priest for the rosary and the funeral didn't talk about her at all.
Yeah, I wonder if we didn't give any stories from the use.
I don't know. It was so weird.
I mean, in years past, usually that's kind of what happens. Is the priest will ask the family, "What are some stories he should share in the homily?" And there wasn't much.
Yeah,
It was mostly about how to deal with death in a positive way,
Yeah, it made
which is
me-
still appreciative.
yeah.
But it's still nice to share stories and at least remember the good things.
Right.
Oh, I can hear the sirens.
Yeah, I'm hearing the sirens too. Hold on, folks. I'm gonna go take a look outside. BRB. Just keep
You
talking.
don't live next to a window? I live next to a window.
Dude, we can see rotation outside my
Really?
window. You still there?
Wait, I'm gonna go outside.
Well, all right.
I'm still on the line. I have earphones.
Oh, okay, yeah. So, anyways, while I look for a tornado out my window, is that smoke or is that dust from the tornado? I'm just. Anyways,
No, I don't see rotation.
where I am, because just everything's kind of open where I am. You kind of see all sides, but you can really hear those sirens. Wow. It's kind of
I
crazy.
hear it raining.
I can see the rain coming, and there's a lot of smoke. Or maybe it's dust? I can't really tell. But I think what's going to spawn the tornado is about to pass over, so we should be okay, hopefully.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Oh, the sirens are turning off. Interesting. Anyways, so back to the main story. So yeah, we went to a funeral. It made you really think about what happens after death. That was interesting. Just kind of thoughts that went through your head. And, when you began to think about while you're sitting there, listening to the priest yammer on about who knows what. Well, anyways, so Phil, I came up with the game based from the Big Bang Theory. We'll discuss that in the fourth segment. It's about guessing what element somebody's thinking of, and there's a whole. I think we can milk a whole segment out of it. But anyways, so I hopped back on the dating app world again.
You did?
I certainly did, yes. And it's been interesting. So I matched with this girl on Tinder or whatever. And we exchanged info, and so we have Snap. But she doesn't talk on Snap. She just sends pictures, like she sends a selfie. And I'm like, what's going on here? Where is this going? What is the point of this? So like she sent a Snap like a while ago and I haven't responded because I can't be bothered. I'm not doing this bull crap. Anyways, I also matched with this girl on Hinge, and this is a interesting story. So I matched with her Saturday night. And no. Which day did I stay up the latest? Was that Friday or Saturday? It was Saturday. So Saturday night, right? I matched she matched with me, so I didn't see her first, she saw me first. So she sent a message first and all that. I sent a message. Actually, I didn't realize this, but it was like probably 10 minutes apart. Didn't hear anything until yesterday evening, upon which she sent a message and we started talking. Very interesting. Very, very interesting here. So on my... this is very interesting. On my profile, you have prompts. And so, like, some of the prompts...
Yeah,
like,
what?
there's prompts. Hinge has prompts for, like, what to put on your profile. And, like, some of the prompts...
I thought this was Tinder.
Well, I'm on all of them. I'm on Hinge, Tinder, Bumble. I'm on
Farmers Only.
No. I haven't gotten... No. But no, I'm not desperate enough to try Farmers Only. Anyways. Or like eHarmony or
Christians
something like
Only.
that. No. No, God, no. No, that would never work. I couldn't do that. I'd go insane. Anyways, because you just... some crazy people. Anyways, you get crazy people on there. The Christians. Anyways, so I'm talking. So on one of my prompts is what's it say? Oh, something. Oh God, what is it? Let me view my profile. I want someone who is, and then you get to type in whatever. And I typed in, is okay with premarital hand-holding.
Yes. Consensual, of course.
Yes. It's funny, right? Because there was a meme there for a little bit all about that. And, it's just a funny little thing. Well, what happened? So, this girl is actually not really okay with physical contact. And so the premarital hand-holding, she's like actually kind of like skeptical about it.
Interesting.
Right? Very interesting.
Well, now you don't have to deal with that awkward hand-holding or awkward handshake or whatever.
She's also like, so for religion, she's got Catholic, Christian, other. And I'm like, what in God's name does that mean?
She's also Judaism.
No, there's an option for that. But, like, what is Catholic, Christian, other? Is that what we are? Like, we're Catholics, but, like, okay, maybe not so much you. You're just...
Catholic is the... What?
Maybe it's not so much me. You're just a Catholic. But someone like me, hello. Someone like me, I'm Catholic, but as for what do I actually practice? Not much. So
I don't practice.
Okay, well, I mean, we've had this discussion before, what I believe.
You know the last time I went to church?
Last weekend.
I'm probably admitted my sins right now. No, I don't know. How? I don't even know if I went to... I know I did not go to Palm Sunday Mass. I don't really intend on going to Easter Mass. I didn't go to Ash Wednesday.
Yeah.
Or any of the Sundays in between.
I'm not even a priester anymore.
Honestly, if I had to give an honest opinion, I would say Christmas Eve.
Wow.
And that was only because I went home, for the little trip we took.
Mm-hmm.
And when I
and you
went
got dragged
home,
into it.
I was like, oh, yeah, so we're all going to go to church now. Oh, okay.
Phil's like, what? Church? What?
I signed up for this.
I
No one gave me the itinerary.
dude, I didn't. I don't remember. I think some Easter. I think was the last time I went to church. Maybe a Christmas. I don't remember when. It's been a long time. I don't remember. At one point, I became a creaster. I'm not even a creaster anymore. I just don't go. Period. Whoa, a lot of lightning.
A creaster?
Yeah, they only go to church on Christmas and Easter.
Oh.
I'm not even that
Oh,
anymore.
my mom would call those people hermits.
No, my dad calls those creasters. I'm not even that anymore.
I like creasters. That's a good name. My mom would call them hermits. Well, that's what her dad called them. Because they'd only come out of their shell for Christmas and Easter.
Yep. Well, anyways, so... Right. Anyways, so beyond that, yeah. So I don't know. She's very, and after this physical touch thing, she's also like against like sex before marriage, which is perfectly fine. I don't really care. So she's like, "Is that a deal breaker?" And I'm like, "Ma'am, it's been 2 hours. It's hard to have a deal breaker in 2 hours or whatever." Oh no, it wasn't that. Sorry, I was like, "No, it's not a deal breaker." And she's also just like, also, I just want to put on the parade here. We're just in the talking phase of this. And I'm like, okay. She's like, I know some guys are like, they're like, oh, it's serious after like, matching on Hinge or whatever. And I'm just like, ma'am, it's been 2 hours. Chill.
Wait, what?
What?
I'm sorry.
Well, okay, so she said some guys, for whatever reason, I don't know what their reasoning is, but like once they match on Hinge or whatever, they think it's like a serious thing, and then they're like in a relationship or whatever. And she's just like, "What?"
Oh, that's not how it works.
No. And
I've never done. I don't know how it works.
anyways,
I'm glad I'm informed on this.
Anyways, so she was like, "I just wanted to make sure," and I'm like, "Ma'am, it's been 2 hours. It's kind of hard to be serious in 2 hours." So.
I mean, whatever floats your boat,
Fair enough. So I'm kind of just on this ride, like, I'm going to keep talking to her because I'm interested at this point. Like, just the I'm curious about this religion thing. I'm curious about this touching thing, kind of just about like this whole view on relationships. I'm going this as a mental exercise. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very interested in working out my brain. So
Yeah.
we'll see where that goes. She's actually an international student.
Oh, really?
Yes. She's from Ethiopia, the capital of Ethiopia.
I don't know the capital of Ethiopia.
Yeah, neither did I. She said, she actually just said the town. She didn't even tell me like it was in Ethiopia, and I'm like, I don't know where that is, and I'm really good at geography. She's like, oh no, I'm from Ethiopia. I'm like, yes, Ethiopia, one of the very few African countries to not be invaded by a European power. And she's like, oh, what else do you know? And I'm like, well, I know you guys have some pretty cool hot springs that are like filled with minerals, and so like they're colored.
What's the national language?
I couldn't tell you, like I said. And then I proceeded to tell her, that's all I know. Those two facts.
Is what?
Is that they're one of the few African countries to never be invaded by a European power.
Oh, yeah.
And that they have these hot springs that are like filled with like the minerals. And so like they're very interesting color. And they have
Amharic. Oh, yeah, sorry, I interrupted you. Amharic is the official language.
Fascinating. Well, Amharic and Adidas and like the pool thing and the European thing. Those are all the things I know about Ethiopia. Besides the fact that they have like some interesting food. That's it. That is my knowledge of Ethiopia. So maybe my knowledge of Ethiopia will grow. I'm sure at one point I knew more about Ethiopia.
Perhaps.
It's been a while. I
Maybe
know where
not.
it is. I could point to it on a map.
That's good.
She's
All you
like,
need is a map.
she was just like, yeah, most people don't even know the thing exists. I'm like, no. I know it exists. I could pull down my world map right now and show you. Obviously, it's labeled, so it's not as impressive, but an unlabeled world map, I can do it.
Yeah, I could point to Ethiopia on a map.
Truth be told,
Takes 10 minutes to scan through
the
the entire western half. Oh, not here.
well, the thing is, there are people that would have to scan, unlike me, where I can just... Done. I found it. Is it landlocked? It is landlocked. It's got some tiny, looks like some tiny country cutting it off from the coast, and it's like, why?
What a shame. No beaches.
Why did this get so much louder? Oh, I know why. Yeah, well, I mean, you can go to the hot springs.
Yeah, it's true.
Anyways, so the new guy started, so they've been training him. That's been interesting. That's about it for work. Oh, and then the tornadoes today. So it wasn't
There is
tornadoes
tornadoes.
or tornado.
It's raining.
Or, yeah, it's
Actually,
raining.
it's more than raining. It's pouring. Hailing? Is it hailing?
No, it's raining. I would say
No, it is hailing.
Oh, you got hail?
Damn it.
We didn't get any hail here. Interesting.
I know. My brand new car.
Well, looks like you could get it totaled, and wow, thank you. For
I'm
that.
gonna park it inside.
Just drive through the wall. No,
Just drive it through the wall.
no, just let it get totaled, and then
Oh yeah. I did buy the what is it called? The warranty thing. I don't remember if hail damage is covered.
well,
Just buy everything but.
well, it's probably covered underneath your insurance. So just file for just file for the insurance claim, get a new vehicle. Ooh, there is a nice crack of thunder. I love it. Anyways, probably time for the news. So. Oh wow, now it's really picking up here.
Yeah.
Interesting. I hope they can hear that. News segment time. The news. Some interesting stuff in the news. Let's go take a look at these, shall we? Would you like to go to your screen to look at the news,
No.
please? So today, so this is really cool because this experiment is actually going to get done sometime this week. So so the first things first, I thought they were gonna build a telescope in space made of like mercury or something. And they would just spin it to make it the parabolic shape or whatever, because we do that here on Earth. But upon reading further in the article, actually, the plan is to build the lenses in space out of like polymers and stuff. And that way we can just manufacture it in space and build massive telescopes that aren't really limited by like, the size of rockets or, just conventional Earth methods for building things. And I'm like, that's really freaking cool. So they said, talk about building, liquid telescopes. No, they're going to use polymers and stuff, which come as a liquid, solidify them, and then use them for lenses in space, which is really cool. And this could definitely have some interesting applications. Because I was thinking, I'm like a Mercury telescope would only be useful at low Earth orbit. Because if it freezes, well, then you don't have a very good mirror anymore. And so
Yeah, let me know if you hear thunder in about 10 seconds. No, probably more like 20.
Okay. We're gonna wait for the thunder here, kids.
Good night.
No thunder.
Because the reason why I ask is because I just saw lightning and then I heard thunder, about 3 seconds later, So the storm's about a mile away. Well, 5 more seconds, and that's... Oh, wait, 5 seconds a mile.
Oh, well,
You're how many miles? For what, 5 miles from my house?
not even,
Yeah.
like, probably a mile or two.
How many? All right. So about 10 to 20 seconds. So the sound had either died out that fast.
I suspect
Or-
it's the sound, judging by how much rain.
The
there
sound
is
had
right
just
now.
died out that fast.
Well, because, like,
Because you haven't even heard thunder yet.
no, I just heard a crack, but it's unlikely that it's it, because it's been, like, a minute.
Yeah.
Because I was timing it. Well, I will say, though, like, I literally watched lightning strikes out my window and never heard any thunder from any of them, so.
Yeah. Well, it just started happening for me just now.
Well,
I
anyways.
just thought I'd ask.
Well, fair enough. Well, anyway, so this is really cool. Like, it's like, it's a start in the idea of building stuff in space, meant for space. So that'd be really cool. And actually, they put one of their experiments that they've been testing on, like, NASA's zero-G plane. They actually put it on the Axiom 1 mission, which just launched, actually, just the other day. And so these are up at the International Space Station now. And so, I mean, it's going to take a lot of money and time and research. I mean, this is the early stages. But in the future, we could see liquid telescopes. But, like, I was thinking, like, but when I first thought about, like, liquid mercury or something, or, like, when I started reading this, talking about the polymers, I'm like, well, you can't keep them liquid, because, like, that's not going to help you for infrared. For visible, that's probably fine. But they can't stay liquid for infrared, because if they stay liquid for infrared, well, they have to freeze. And I'm like, what liquid stays liquid that's not, helium?
Helium.
Besides helium.
Hydrogen.
No, hydrogen.
Doesn't hydrogen turn to a liquid at 4K, at 4 degrees Celsius?
I thought it freezes it. I thought hydrogen freezes.
Oh, does it freeze? Oh.
Maybe. I don't know. Point is,
Actually, I have a periodic table. It tells me. Doesn't yours tell you too?
yeah, but it's on the other side of the whiteboard. Anyways, so...
mine does. Let me grab it.
Well, anyways, so... But then as I read on, no, they're manufacturing them in space. So my whole concern about, are they going to be useful for infrared is null and mute. Because what's the point? So very, very interesting article, very interesting idea. I had the idea of building liquid telescopes here on Earth, but this is next level. So it's very interesting. Next to the news, very cool thing. So apparently in 2014, this asteroid blew up above New Guinea, and some people with just like basic information available, just stating like that they could gather from the U.S. government, because like the U.S. government captured all this data via their radar satellites and stuff that they use to track nukes. Anyways, so like they couldn't just release the information. Anyways, the scientists determined that this had 99.999% chance, or even further than that, 9% chance, that this object was interstellar. So from outside the solar system. Because of just how fast it was traveling. And now, with the released documents from the Space Force, which is always funny, because it's from the Space Force. Anyways, they're like, actually, that...
Oh, so I looked it up. Sorry. The temperature of outer space near Earth, average, is 10 degrees Celsius.
Right, but like at L2, which is where you'd put any telescope you're going to put in space anymore, and cool it down, it's going to be 3 Kelvin.
No, 3 Kelvin is outside of the solar. That's intergalactic space.
Right, but with heat shields, we can make it even colder. We can make it down to, very cold. Like, just look up what the temperature of
Not quite 3 Kelvin. Not quite 3 Kelvin.
Right, but, like, we can get it really cold. Like, colder than 10 degrees Celsius. Because of those heat shields. And so, like, building down a Mercury wouldn't work. Anyways, not to mention it would just slowly evaporate, but details. Anyways, so this asteroid was from it. They're now pretty certain that this thing came from outside the solar system, which is interesting because it predates the first object we discovered that was from outside the solar system. And it crashed here on Earth, which is the crazy part. And so now...
Mercury... Wait. So Mercury freezes at 233 Kelvin.
Yeah.
I just told you the average temperature of space is 283.
Right. But
so
for infrared research, it has to get colder. So we can't use a mercury mirror for infrared research, which is what we're all going to do. No one's going to build a visible light telescope anymore.
Wait, do you want it to freeze or stay liquid?
Well, my idea was for it to stay liquid, because in its liquid state that I'm aware of, it has its reflective properties, because at least when it freezes here on Earth, it doesn't. I don't know what frozen mercury looks like that's not covered in water vapor. So I don't know. Maybe it'd be fine if it froze, but that's not what they're doing here. That's not what's going on.
That's not what they're trying to do.
No, they're using polymers and they're building the lenses in space. Us, again, we're doing infrared research. Visible light research is pretty much dead. Whatever happened, all the pictures we get from Hubble, that's it. Once Hubble crashes into the ocean, they're probably not going to launch another visible light telescope for half of our life.
Well, Hubble wasn't just visible light; it was also infrared.
But not very good, and not in the wavelengths they need. And it's just
it's not
anything we build. Anything we build now is either going to be for wide swaths of sky, like the Roman telescope, or looking way back at galaxies and exoplanets, like for the James Webb. So the thing is, though, I don't know why these lenses they're talking about, though. I don't know why you'd build them for infrared, because I don't see a point. But
infrared can pass through the clouds in the solar system.
No. Well, yeah, I know, but I don't understand the point of building these specific lenses, because more things like the James Webb would probably be easier to do, but I don't know. Maybe they have other ideas. Point is, we need to talk about the asteroids. So, did you hear anything I said about these asteroids?
I cannot recite what you said now.
Okay, so in 2014, an asteroid about 2 meters across blew up above the Pacific Ocean near Papua New Guinea.
Yes.
It was being tracked by the U.S. Defense Department, and they released very minimal information about it, and some guys were like, there's a good chance that it was from outside the solar system, but we can't be for certain without more data. Well, fast forward to now, the U.S. Defense Department, the Space Force more specifically, released all the information about the asteroid. Because again, this asteroid was tracked by this very same satellites and sensors that track nukes. So we can't just release this data. Anyways, turns out they are 99.999% confident that this thing is from outside the solar system. And this is all based off of its speed and some other things. And so what's crazy is this predates the first known asteroid to go through the solar system, that we've observed from outside of it. And it just so happened to crash here on Earth.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, the next big thing, some scientists say it may be possible because it has such a different makeup that we could search the ocean floor for pieces. Which is kind of... it's wishful thinking because that kind of stuff breaks down on the ocean surface, in the ocean very quickly and easily. But it's very...
Asteroid rocks?
Yeah, yeah. They're metal.
Well, it's not like... Oh, I guess, yeah. I was thinking like carbon or something.
No, most are metal. I mean, we don't know what this thing's made out of. We can infer, but like either way, it's just gonna break up in the ocean, potentially. I mean, if they get the money, go right on ahead. It's defense contractors doing it, so the Defense Department has the money to go do whatever. Anyways, it'd be money from the Defense Department, so they can go do whatever the hell they want. Anyways, so that was really cool. Yeah, it was going 130,000 miles per hour. Oh, sorry, it was only 1.5 feet wide. Damn, that's impressive that they... Wow. Anyways, yeah, 130,000 miles per hour. Whew, that is fast. That is really freaking fast. Which is why it would be interstellar. Anyway, so the crazy part is now it's like, well, gee, what that's 3 asteroids we discovered now from interstellar space. So now it's like we need to like start looking for more of them and like study these rocks at the bottom of the ocean or whatever. So that's all I had in the news. Any comments about these interstellar asteroids?
I'd be curious to know what they're composed of. I mean, one of the theories about the nature of our oceans in the early Earth period was that it actually came from meteors. Yes,
right, but those came within asteroids. The solar system, though.
Did they?
Well, yeah.
How did they originate?
Well, all these asteroids came
how
from...
How were the meteors created?
So I mean, technically everything comes from outside the solar system before the solar system existed.
Yeah.
But, once the solar system started to get formed and the sun started to, produce nuclear fusion, they, most of the stuff that hits the Earth came from inside the solar system. So all that water that's here on Earth, that existed here in the solar system already.
So we don't believe the meteors came from outside the solar system.
It would be kind of... I mean, they could have, but, like, it's much more feasible that majority of the asteroids came from here inside here on Earth. I mean, we've literally found 3. Yes, it's possible we could have ran into more in the past, but we found 3 since 2014. And only one of them actually hit the Earth. So, yeah.
I think the other is that the Earth got so hot and all the water had condensated into clouds that blocked out the heat, allowing the Earth to cool. And all the water vapor fell and it rained for ages. I don't know about geological ages, but it rained for a very long time.
See, the interesting...
Until eventually we had an ocean.
So the rain thing, that's not what caused it to cool, though. The rain caused it to cool. Because, like, water vapor...
Yeah, the clouds caused it to cool.
Well, no. So water
No?
vapor is one of the best greenhouse gases.
Also, it would have made it hotter.
In theory, yes.
So then how'd it cool?
I'm not entirely sure. It could have just been, the Earth just slowly cooling over time without the asteroid impacts. And then that allowed it to rain, and then the rain caused it to cool off faster. Because there's less water vapor in the atmosphere. Or if the CO2 in the atmosphere, if there was any, got absorbed by the rocks on the surface. And that allowed the Earth to cool off enough for it to rain. And that allowed it to cool off even more because there's even less greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. Theoretically. I don't know. That's kind of just something I'm coming up with on the spot. I don't know. But I didn't think that the clouds forming caused it to cool off because that doesn't seem too realistic because water vapor is just that good at trapping infrared radiation.
Yeah.
And I know that because I've done extensive research on greenhouse gas emissions for college papers. Anyways, news segment time. Your comment. That might actually, you know what? There might not even be a comment, to be honest. Let me take a look here. Okay, get this to 1 million views. It has like 5.
5 comments?
Sorry, it has 11 views. Its one and only comment is from Team Dimzir. He said, "Welp, I'm number 1." Because he was the first view. Giraffes and Dust. TGIF Talks 91. The water bottle. Welcome back, water bottle. Zestos for the last meal is the way to go. Fair enough. And then tennis ball launcher. Ma Games commented. The dog was like, nah. Yeah. Was that Apollo back then, or was that Dexter? I don't remember.
For what?
In 2017, did you have Apollo yet, or is it still Dexter?
Yes, we had Apollo.
Okay, so it was Apollo then.
For what was the video?
It was like one of the first videos ever made, the tennis ball launcher.
That wasn't 2017.
Yeah, it was. It's going to be 5 years this May. That's why we're doing a big podcast. Not big podcast. A big live stream for it.
That was 2017?
That was 2017, yes.
Oh. Well, the reason why they say that is because I could have swore Dexter was in a video. But Dexter died in 2016.
So no, it was Apollo.
I know it was Apollo, but I could have swore Dexter was in a video. It was in the very first video. I thought that first video had Dexter in it.
No, it was Apollo then.
No, I know it had to have been Apollo if it was 2017.
Yeah.
Because he died in 2016. He died February of 2016, and we got Apollo in December of 2016.
Yeah. Over a year later.
What? Less than, 9 months later.
No, the video went up over a year later after Dexter died.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so Apollo would have been 7 months.
Yep.
6 months-ish. And so he was not full grown. Well, he would have been pretty big, though. I don't think he was full. No, he's not full grown.
No.
I bet he's still good. I guess I haven't seen the video in a while. But, I just know me trying to think back. I feel like he was much slimmer, but
Oh, yeah.
height wise, I feel like he might have been a tad shorter.
Well, anyways, on the gaming channel now, more
He
floors.
also had his ugly phase around like 3-4 months.
He wasn't ugly in the video, so. More
Yeah.
floors out of wood. Minecraft 89. The water bottle commented, waiting for City Skylines Let's Plays / streams. So probably not any Let's Plays, but definitely we could do some streams in the future. I'm ill. Bedrock Let's Play 22. The water bottle commented, the taste of NyQuil could be the worst taste. So I only take the pills, and I don't have any troubles keeping them down, so I never have to taste NyQuil, so it's hard to say. I've never had NyQuil, the name brand. I've had cough syrup in the past, and yeah, it tastes awful, but never just had normal NyQuil. I'm still ill. Minecraft 90. The water bottle commented, I was gonna watch all those movies, and you spoiled them all. I talked about a bunch of movies in the video, and he's just like, bruh. But he doesn't watch movies, so we're all good. Floors and a new game. Minecraft 91. Ryan Orange says, howdy. Well, howdy, Ryan. Been a long time no hear. And, yeah, so future of the channel. When are we going to get you to play Minecraft and do all that?
Yeah, when?
I'm asking you, whenever you're available.
What are we doing this weekend?
I mean,
I don't
Saturday
think I have
night,
anything
nothing.
planned.
I
I
mean,
don't think I have anything planned.
Saturday night, Sunday, nothing.
Yeah. Well, Saturday night, Spider-Man.
Right.
But Saturday day, I don't think I have anything.
Well, I have to mow, so.
Oh, you have to mow.
Yeah.
What time?
1.
Oh, you have to go at 1? You can't go at like 9?
I tried to convince her to do 9. She wouldn't listen.
Why do you have to wait for her? Why can't you just get up and at him?
It's my grandma. I'm not gonna, cause like she has to trim, and B, she's saying it's gonna be too cold in the morning.
She has to do what?
Well, she has to do all the trimming.
Trimming.
Yeah, she like goes and trims around all the edges.
You have to do that before you mow?
My grandma chooses to. It makes it easier on me. That way I don't hit things.
I figured you just go as close as you can go, and then she finishes up along the edges. But okay.
Oh no, that's not how she does things. Because then she has to go and clean up all those grass clippings. So it's better to do it than mow. So I don't know. We could do it Saturday. I don't know. We could do it Saturday.
To be Saturday afternoon. Let's see. What does it take you? An hour to mow? I don't know how big the lawn is.
Assume it's a 3-hour procedure because I have to drive back.
Oh, so she has several. Does she have a couple acres?
No, we eat afterwards.
Oh, she gives you lunch.
Yeah, it'll be more like supper at this point. And she'll also have me do other things since it's the first mowing of the season. So I'll have other things to do. But I mean, hell, there's nothing stopping us from...
So probably not till like 5.
Probably. I mean, there's nothing stopping us from doing a late night game session.
Yeah, I guess we could do it really late.
When does Lent technically end? Does it end like Saturday at midnight?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
that would be too... I was going to say, that's too late to drink coffee, so...
Oh.
I don't want to
I thought you said you were going to try to never drink coffee.
Oh, no. I have no intentions of not drinking coffee afterwards.
Oh, you told me that you were going to try this whole new thing of, I've gone this long without coffee. I wonder if I can continue to keep it up.
Oh, no, I missed... Well, okay, maybe caffeinated coffee, but I missed the flavor of coffee really badly.
Oh, I see. Do you still have it on Sundays, or do you not believe in that?
I don't believe in that.
I see.
So I've gone almost 40... I've gone, almost the entire 40 days without having it.
You've gone over 40 days consecutive.
Oh,
Because the 40 days does not include the 40 days does not include Sundays. So if
Right.
you include Sundays, you go over 40 days.
Okay, yeah, I've gone like 50 some odd, not 50, but I've gone 40 some odd days without coffee, so.
Yes.
Possibly longer. I don't remember when my last drink was. I don't remember if I had it. I think I had it like that Saturday or Sunday right before Lent.
Oh yeah. So let's start on a Wednesday. So yeah.
But I'm going to try and stick with decaf if I don't need the caffeine. But, like, I do just miss the taste. My plan for Mullen is I'm going to bring some of those Starbucks, like, those 4-packs of, like, their mocha bottles or whatever. And then that way I don't have to buy them at a gas station every morning. I can just have them with me and just keep them chilled in the hotel or whatever. That's kind of my plan, so. Anyways, yeah. So, future of the channel wise, well, there's the Mullen trip coming up. That's less than 2 months away. That's very exciting, isn't it?
Less than 2 months away. Yeah.
Yeah.
Would we say May 30th? May.
Somewhere in there, yeah. May 27th, I thought.
So little over a month.
Yeah, a little over a month. We're getting really close. Very exciting. I turn 22 soon, so that's a whole ordeal. Very, very exciting time. Yeah. Well, so future of the channel, your title isn't doing that well.
Was it "Don't Cry" or "Don't Die"?
Don't die. We can change it to "Don't Cry" if you'd like.
We could, yeah.
Well, I'll switch it to "Don't Cry." See that it hasn't gotten any views since the first day.
Yeah, maybe we should change. Well, maybe give it a week, and if it doesn't like have any spikes or anything, yeah.
I'll change.
Like I'd say, if it doesn't get over 10 views, let's change it to "Don't Cry." See what that does.
Mm-hmm. And if that doesn't work, I'm gonna try.
And put maybe a tear emoji in your thumbnail.
Oh,
if that's not too much.
I mean, it's just
if it's a lot of effort, don't bother.
It's not a lot of effort. The video's just up, and I don't want to change it.
Oh,
it's not. I have the thing already available. I have the teardrop emoji ready to go. But, well, no. If the "Don't Cry" doesn't work either, I've got another. Oh, I'm going to switch it back to my original idea because I was talking with the water ball and he's like, I don't think the clickbait works for small channels. And he might be onto something there because those other videos, like those other astronomy ones, did much better than those. And those had titles that told you what the video was about. So maybe those were subscribers. I don't know. I'd have to look. And even then,
you do make a good point.
If those were subscribers, maybe the subscribers are like, I don't know what this is. And so then if the subscribers don't watch, then we don't pull enough people in, then we can't pull outside
I do agree with I do agree with the one thing that Veritasium said, that maybe not clickbait so much, but don't put like jargon in the title.
Right.
Like, for example, Bortle. Like, that's not really a typical thing that people know unless they have heard of it. In which case, the people have heard of it, it's like, why are they going to watch your video if they already know what it is,
True. But the weird thing about that video is it did well with Bortle, and then we removed Bortle, and it hasn't done anything since.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that video hasn't gone anywhere since then.
I've always wondered, though, how do people find small channels? Because when I get recommended videos, all the channels have hundreds of thousands of subscribers, minimum. Most of them are in the millions.
So I can get recommended some small channels sometimes.
Really? Like channels with like less than 1,000 views, less than 1,000 subscribers.
Yes, but I have to be in that space.
In what space?
In that space of watching small viewers. Or in a very specific section of YouTube.
Because I have gotten, I won't say I would never, I have, but it's very rare. that I
Yeah.
get recommended small channels.
Right. I mean, maybe it's just us, but like I know when I started watching Explosions and Fire, I'm pretty sure at some point I got recommended some pissant YouTube channel.
Uh,
It's so hard to say. I don't know. I definitely know. Like if you subscribe to these small channels, I know you get recommended pissant content. So, I don't know. It's you kind of just have to get lucky. You have to get that thing that gets you out there. But it's interesting because like
yeah, you need something to go viral.
right, but like if I look at my top videos right now, sort by most viewed. Recently, I've been getting a lot of views on a lot of my Element unboxing videos. Those were getting some views. My mosquito bite video was bringing in some views. The metric system video, it's about to crack 1,000 views, so that's very impressive.
What's number one?
Still the microscope unboxing
Yes,
at
yes.
5.2 thousand.
We got to make another microscope video.
We do. It's just been sitting here, kind of collecting dust. Dust. It does need to be used at some point again. I think my what is a dwarf planet? See, that's the thing. That the dwarf planet that defies what Vertasium says. Vertasium says don't put jargon. Dwarf planet is jargon, but that's done the best.
But I feel like most people know what a dwarf planet is.
I
I feel like you can make a joke out of it. Because most people know what a dwarf is, and people know what a planet is. So you can combine dwarf and planet, and I bet if you made a joke out of it, you can make it even better.
maybe
Because you said, what is a dwarf planet, right?
right.
Yeah. So to me, that's kind of an interesting question. You know, what is a dwarf? That's interesting. I didn't know there was such a thing as a dwarf planet.
Interesting. The Inner Planets is the next most popular in that series. And it's got 103 views. Which because that one's always kind of just sucked. The Gas Giants did better than it. But it's done better than the Gas Giants now. That's interesting. Interesting why that one did well. Yeah, the Gas Giants, it hasn't moved.
No, I feel like
actually, How Bright is Darkness? It's actually, I think when we switched it, it was at 53 views. It's at 60 now.
So it has gone up a little.
So it did go up, yes. So maybe it's just inconsistent. Since we are a small channel, that kind of stuff's inconsistent. I do know thumbnails are a big deal because that Belle Delphine, you remember the podcast where I'm like, what did Belle Delphine do now? It had a picture of her with a thing in her butt. That did well up until YouTube shut it down, and then it never got a view after that.
Yes.
It did well until YouTube was like, whoa, you can't do that. Actually, YouTube's gotten a lot better about that. I tried using that photo again at one point, and yeah, YouTube shut it down before I even published the video. So they've gotten a lot better about that. I'm just so disappointed that my star videos just don't do well. I put so much time into those videos, and like they're so good in my opinion. Like, especially like the first star video was. Honestly, the first star video is almost better than the second video. In some cases, like how do I put this? Certain part of it are better. Certain parts of it are worse. The content, like what I'm saying, is arguably better. I provide more facts and more in-depthness in the new one, but the way I delivered it in the first one is much better. I will say though, I'm not fluent. It's not like a fluid thing. It's kind of like this and that. And this and that, it's not good. But our demonstrations are pretty cool. We talk about how we get that. Remember the saran wrap? And we
Uh,
wasted like 7 feet. We wasted like 10 feet of saran wrap.
oh yes, yes. And then there was the part. What was it? My brother ate part of it and then spit it out.
I
The
don't remember
last
Kyle
moment of the
eating it.
video. He did, yeah.
Oh,
This was when you talk about black holes, right?
yeah.
Yeah. So you're talking about how it warped space, whatever. Well, he ripped it and ate it, and you were like, "What the heck?" I'm recording, and then he spit it out, and then we had to redo it. And I just remember we were dying at the end. We all, well, me and him were laughing. You weren't. We were just laughing.
Well,
And
considering.
we had to redo it because you didn't have any of the audio recorded because you just tried your new mic.
Yeah. Oh, that video. I went and watched some of it back when I was. It's been a while actually at this point, and it had the fun. It had the fun intro with the with Shaggy and the and holding a black hole and just throwing it at some guy, and then he turns into a bowl of spaghetti.
Yeah.
And it's a little silent
Oh
film.
yes.
That was fun. Except it was all out of focus because I had been taking photos the night before of the stars, and so I didn't have manual. I had manual focus on. I didn't have autofocus on. Anyways, yeah. So future of the channel. So we could certainly try Sunday or something for the Minecraft thing, or it's really up to you.
All right.
We can discuss more like Saturday after we watch the movie or whatever. News segment time. The fourth and final segment. So I came up with a new game. I shouldn't say I came up with it. It's inspired by The Big Bang Theory. They were playing just 20 questions, but I decided to just do 10 questions, and it's about the periodic table. And 10 questions is about right, wouldn't you think? It doesn't let you narrow it down. I mean, in some cases, it doesn't let you narrow it down so much that it's like, oh, you get it within the 10 questions. A lot of times, you get to that 10th question, it's like, oh boy, I don't know which one it could be. There's like 3 or 4 elements to pick from. You know?
Yeah.
So it's fun. So the whole premise of the game is I or Phil comes up with an element, or somebody else, whoever's playing, comes up with an element in their head. Okay, let's do a round here, shall we? Do you want to guess, or should I guess?
Sure, I'll guess.
Okay. Let me just look at a periodic table here real quick. Okay, I've got an element picked.
All right.
So then Phil has 10 questions. If you're playing with two other people, so you, yourself, and 2 other people, then you each get 5 questions. So I'm thinking of an element, and now Phil has 10 questions to figure it out. So what is your first question?
Is it round?
Don't waste your question, your first question on that.
or should I do what my brother did? What did he do?
No, what your brother did.
Yeah,
What Kyle did.
Yeah. No. What I did was, does it have a scientist's name in it? And then he proceeded to ask, is it radioactive?
Which, when asking if it's radioactive, eliminates technetium, promethium,
And then all the names.
neptunium, plutonium, americium, californium, moscovium, and like a tennessine, and like a few others of those elements. When Phil had already eliminated well over like 80% of those. Like,
Yeah, just by saying Is it start with the name? Does it have a name?
Right. Because you actually also in that process eliminated ruthenium. I don't think ruthenium's named after Rutherford, because there is a Rutherfordium that's like
Oh, yeah.
Rutherfenium
No,
or whatever.
no, that's 104.
Yeah. So I don't know if ruthenium is named after Rutherford or if Rutherfordium is named after Rutherford or if they're both named after Rutherford.
Yeah.
Hard to say. Anyways, okay. So what is your first question?
Uh, is it a solid at room temperature?
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
You didn't eliminate a lot of elements, but you eliminated a portion.
I need a different periodic table. Periodic table. Solid.
Yeah, with this round with Kyle, the answer was bismuth. And they'd wasted like 5 questions at this point and still hadn't determined where on the periodic table it was. They eliminated a bunch of random elements and still hadn't determined
here
where
we
it
go.
was.
So, yeah, we didn't eliminate much. All right. So it's a solid. Is it a metal?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, you eliminated a few more. You should have just
So
led with that.
all of those. I should have, yeah. Okay, so it's a metal. Is it a transition metal?
Yes.
A different periodic table, damn it.
So you've eliminated one metal from the transition metals. You've eliminated
Are you?
mercury.
Can you keep track of how many? I'm not going to keep track of how many questions I am at.
So we've asked, is it a
3.
solid? Is it
Solid metal, transition metal.
solid? Yep. We've asked.
You keep tallies, all right?
I'm keeping track.
All right. I need. Aha, this one. Does this have the names? Yes. All right, this will work. So it's a transition metal. Ah, yes. Okay. So 7.
So what's your question? Hello?
Yes. Okay. Does the symbol name contain just consonants?
No.
So it has vowels. Okay.
Okay, that eliminates
Yes.
a portion.
It does, yes. So titanium, iron, cobalt, nickel, copper, molybdenum,
Ruthenium,
ruthenium,
silver, tantalum,
tantalum,
rhenium,
rhenium,
osmium,
osmium, iridium,
gold.
gold. None of those.
None
Those
of
are all
those.
consonants.
Very good. Wow.
Sweet. All right.
You do have a good portion of the noble metals in there.
All right. This will definitely if this is a yes, it'll definitely eliminate a lot of them.
Okay.
Is the first element symbol letter a vowel?
No.
Damn it. Okay. So we eliminated some more.
You've
as
eliminated
much as-
silver, gold, osmium, and iridium.
Yes, I could have narrowed it down to 4.
And
was that
yttrium
5
is
or 6?
technically... Yttrium is still technically not out, but still technically in.
Well, hold up. That matters. Did you count that as a vowel?
I'm just going to give you a limb here. Yttrium is not the element.
Okay. Well, I guess it matters. Yeah. So when I ask, does it include vowels? I guess I should have specified including yttrium.
Yeah. Or if we're
That's
still...
harsh.
if we're still including terbium. But terbium's not a transition metal, so don't worry about it. I think we're at 4 or 5. Not really sure. You've got less than 5.
I guess a question of clarification. When I asked is a transition metal, we're not including zinc, cadmium, mercury, and cupernicium, right?
I include those because for whatever I know exactly what periodic table you're looking at because it's the same one I have here. I don't like that period. That's the one reason I don't like this periodic table because it has those as ordinary metals and they're not.
Well, I guess it doesn't matter because those are all consonants as well.
Yeah.
And I asked about that.
Yeah. But I count those as transition metals.
You do? Okay. Yeah, that is something to clarify. Yes.
Yeah. It's one thing I don't like about this table.
All right. What did we say? I'm at 5 or 6?
Let's say 5.
You're supposed to be keeping track.
Dude, you've got less than 5 elements left.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Actually, you have like. No, you have more than that.
Well, is there a question to ask? What do you call it? Rows? Like how do you talk about rows?
I'm trying to think if those are a period or a group, and I don't remember which is which.
All right, I'm going to call it rows, okay? Okay, because you'll know what I'm saying by looking at the periodic table. Hydrogen is row 1, lithium is row 2, sodium is row 3, potassium is row 4. All right?
Okay.
Is it in row 4?
Yes.
All right, sweet.
You've eliminated ruthenium.
And
molybdenum.
And tantalum.
Oh, yes, tantalum was still in.
Yeah. Molybdenum, ruthenium.
So now you have titanium, iron, cobalt, nickel, copper.
Wait. Iron, cobalt, nickel, copper. How many choices do I have?
You have 6. You have 4 questions left. You have titanium, iron, cobalt, nickel, and copper.
So 4 questions.
5 elements.
So if I ask, oh, can I say that?
Say what? No. But you already said it, so
all right. So I have 4. So if I ask, is it magnetic? Iron, nickel, cobalt. If it's not, it's only titanium and copper.
Mm-hmm.
Is it magnetic?
No.
Titanium and copper. That's all it could be.
So you have 3 questions left and 2 elements.
And 2 elements. That's not enough. All right. Is it copper?
No, it was titanium. So technically,
I still have another choice.
Right,
Is it titanium?
Yes. So technically, you won because you didn't run out of questions. But at the same time, you had to start guessing at the very end. So maybe that's something we can work on. Like, is it okay to just get down to where you can just guess? Or
maybe we should have a rule about that.
To like,
if you get down to like a decision, like 25, like down to 4, you have to make one choice.
Yeah, so like my original idea was
like when I asked, is it magnetic? I should have had to, and you said no. Like let's say you chose one of them that was magnetic, right? Mm-hmm. I would have had I had a 1 in 3 chance of picking one of them. We should stop it at like I'd say 4, 25%.
Yeah.
So I feel like 5. You could ask one more question to get a little bit further.
I mean, you could do it at 4 too.
That's what I was saying. I was saying 4.
Because let's say you eliminate it down to like you're in the noble gases or something. Because like Outback and I were playing and we were in the noble gases and he did technically get to the point where he could guess to get it right, or he was a noble gas and I was guessing, but it's like they're noble gases. They don't have there's not a lot of differences in them. However,
that's why what you'd have to do is you'd ask something like, does it end in an E? And then you have 3. Does it end in an R, and now you have 2?
So actually, what did it in was I suggested to him, does it emit a wavelength higher than blue?
Well, I don't know that.
Okay, so sorry, no, my bad. Does it so I think he had neon. His element was neon, his element was neon. And so I was like, does it emit like a warm spectrum? Anything higher than neon, argon, krypton, xenon, and radon, they all emit colder colors than neon and helium.
Okay. I didn't know. I would have had to look that up if you asked.
So it breaks it down straight to neon.
Or helium or no?
We'd already eliminated helium, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh.
I don't quite remember how it worked, but yeah. So argon and krypton emit the same. They're not exactly the same, but they're very similar. They're both blue. Xenon is purple, and then, if I'm not mistaken, radon. It might actually emit ultraviolet. I'm not sure. I'd have to look it up, but I think it's in the ultraviolet.
And then organism?
Well, there's no way for us to know. Unless we can freeze time.
Yeah.
I wonder, could you get an atom to be stable? Like, so let's say you cooled a radioactive atom down to near absolute zero. Could that stabilize it long enough to get more measurements about it?
Well, the thing is that
Or it's just the
I don't know how the apparatus works that takes measurements, because everything with inside that chamber will also be slowed down. So if you're using lasers, the light will also be slowed down. And who's to say the light doesn't get slowed down enough such that it has already decayed?
So, yeah, that is true. Also, I guess they don't actually measure with lasers. They measure the products.
Yeah.
They look for decay products. They don't look for the actual element. They look for its fingerprints.
Yeah.
So, I guess it doesn't really matter in that regards.
Perhaps not.
Yeah, so I guess it's an idea. It's a thought. Maybe like element 120 and element like 124, if we ever get to that point, maybe it might be worth doing, because those might have just a tad long enough lifespan that it might be worth doing. Cooling them down to get those better measurements. Or like something with like hafnium or something, whereas we want to get a better density measurement.
Mm-hmm.
If we cool it down. Although cooling it down would throw our density measurements off, so there's that. But
yeah. Should we do another round?
We can do another round. Yeah, we can do another round for the viewers. This is the element guessing game.
I'll go this time.
Okay, you come up with the element. So.
All right.
Phil and I are the best at it, because Kyle doesn't know enough, and Outback doesn't know enough about the elements either. Actually, I learned I have quite a few elements memorized, like a lot.
Oh, yeah?
Just not in order. I've actually been working on them again. I've gotten to like ruthenium and rhodium, but I get kind of mixed up with zirconium and niobium as to which one comes first, because I know it's molybdenum, technetium, ruthenium, rhodium. Zirconium and niobium get me kind of confused. But anyways, have you come up with an element?
Yes.
Okay. Let's begin here, shall we? Is it a metal?
Yes.
Okay. So, all right, you got to have some periodic table knowledge. You got to have some electron shell knowledge here.
Okay.
Are its valence electrons in d or f orbitals? So, If you answer yes, that leaves just transition and the rare Earths. If you answer
Oh yeah,
no,
because S is 1 and 2, right? And then P is
yeah.
boron through neon. Those periods, and then all the transition and other transitions is D, and then F is lanthanum and actinium rose.
Yep.
Yeah.
So does it have a D or F? Are its valence electrons in D or F orbitals?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. It didn't eliminate a lot, but it got me.
Oh
close.
wait, hold up. I'll keep tallies. That's 2.
We're at 2. Okay. Is it a transition metal?
Yes.
Okay. Gets rid of the boron elements. Okay. Is it radioactive?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. That leaves me with technetium and the very bottom row. Okay. Is it named after a person?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. That leaves me with ruthenium, seaborgium, borium. Is hassium named after a person?
Let's look it up.
So it's not hassium.
It doesn't. I didn't say that. I just don't know if the element I picked is named after a person.
Oh, we might want to know that.
I just picked one.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what I picked. I didn't have a rhyme or reason for picking it.
Okay.
Hassium. Etymology.
It's still, I don't even know about.
The name is derived from the German state, so it's named after a location.
Okay. But your element is still for sure named after a person.
Yes.
Okay.
So you eliminated hassanium.
And technetium and dubnium.
Dubnium. Oh, is that also named after? That's not a person.
It's named after Dublin, Ireland.
Oh, okay. That does not change anything.
Okay. Does it have an S in its
No.
symbol? No, it does not have an S. So that eliminates seaborgium, hassium, and darmicium, or whatever the heck that element is. So I've got ruthenium, borium, meridium, and whatever Rg is. Okay, so
How many are we down to?
we're down to ruthenium, seaborgium, whatever 109 is, and Rg. 4 elements.
Oh, we have 4. You're at 6. So technically, you can guess it using all 10. Should we limit you to 2 more, or do you want to just keep going? Do you want to have a cap?
Let me study the elements a bit more. To
because you can guess it, but maybe we should see if you can get it in 2 more.
Mm-hmm.
Because 1 more would just be straight up guessing, but if you have a strategy, maybe you can get it in 2.
I have to write these down because I'm going off letters at this point, or I might ask another question that's not based off letters, but I have to kind of figure it out here.
Yeah, but that would be science related. I don't know enough about these, so I'd have to go look up stuff too.
Well, the 3 I'm thinking of are, we know who they're named after.
Oh, wait, Cooper-Nassim, that's also named after a person too, right?
We eliminated Cooper-Nassim.
Oh, we did?
Yeah, we eliminated because it's named after Copernicus. Oh, no! I know, is Cooper-Nassim still in then?
I think so.
Shoot, I wasn't even considering. Oh, I have more elements than we thought then. So.
Yeah, it's named after Copernicus. So
Oh, when I eliminate Seaborgium, because I asked about S.
you asked
right?
about the S. So you eliminated Seaborgium and Hafnium. Well, I guess Hafnium was the answer of place.
So
She eliminated Seaborgium.
So I've still got RF,
Oh, and
Boreum,
oh, and 1010. 110.
MT,
So you have 104, 109, 111,
RG,
112.
CN. Okay,
Oh, and you have 107.
Boreum, yeah. I have, yeah. So I've got Rutherfordium, Boreum, MT, RG, and Cuperniceum.
5. You have 5 left, 4 choices.
Okay.
If you choose to use them all. The choice is yours on how many you want to use.
Well, I gotta
You
think
have
about
to.
these elements.
4 maximum.
So my Bohr question can eliminate 2. Or I can eliminate potentially 3 if I word it differently. Because obviously we don't know those. But that still only, so it's either, it eliminates 2, and then it leaves me with Rutherfordium, Boreum, and Cuperniceum. And then how can I break those down? Won't matter, I'll be down to 3. Okay. So by physicists or that we know of, or astronomers or whatever. So like they're not the discoverers, I wanted to say, but the people they're named after. We know them. So is the element you pick, do we like know, like you and I know who it is? So like that would be Rutherfordium, Boreum, and Cuperniceum. We don't know who. I don't know who did MT or RG unless you know.
Yeah, I'd go along. I mean, I'm not going to say any more because it'd be giving stuff away.
Mm-hmm.
But for your sake, I will agree with that. I will. My decision will be based on that alone.
Okay.
The ones that you said you know.
Right.
So
Is it one of those 3?
No.
No.
So you're down to 2.
MT or RG?
Yes.
Okay. So I have to guess.
Yeah.
Is it MT?
It is.
Yeah! Oh, awesome! That's the one Sheldon thinks should be named should still be named by its original name.
Which is what?
I don't remember. I'd have to rewatch it to see what he says.
Uh,
But yes, that is the element.
how do you spell it? The letters are too small for me to read. On my computer.
They're screwed up on mine too. Let's end the podcast and then we'll do that. But that's the element guessing game. It's kind of fun. I do want to do a stream at some point in the future, where we rank the elements. The first 92, that is. Sorry, the first 90. We're gonna skip promethium and technetium. So those 90.
Oh, okay.
That'd be a fun stream. I saw
Top
explosion.
90. Wait,
Yeah.
all 90?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I
That'll take a while.
saw explosions and fire do it, and I thought, damn, that'd be fun for us to do it.
Did you do all 90?
Yep.
How long of a video? Just think about it. I think
he was speed
minimum-
running some of it.
If you spent 2 minutes in Element, that's 180 minutes.
Well, so like
That's 3 hours.
he would speed run some of them, just be like, these are trash, they go at the bottom.
Oh, I guess we could do that. Yeah.
And then we can debate on like other ones. So like pretty much
all right. Do you know his top 3?
yes. I know his top 1, which
Oh,
neither one of us are going to agree that's the top one.
what is his top one?
Cobalt.
Cobalt.
Yeah.
I think you told me this.
Yeah. I probably did.
Did he have a last, like one that would dead last, or was it like a mixture, a hodgepodge of them?
There was a dead last. I don't remember which one it was.
Oh,
It was a pretty trash element.
bismuth.
No, bismuth was actually somewhere in the middle, maybe a little high.
Because I think bismuth is one of, I don't know how many there are, but I know bismuth is a famous chemically inert element. I don't think there's much of anything it can bond to.
It does have uses, though. We use it in medicine. We use it in makeup.
Why would I need makeup?
I'm not saying you do, but it does have chemical uses. It's not as inert as you might say because we can decide its oxide color. It's not, bismuth is not as chemically boring as you think. We can actually use it. I saw Cody use bismuth to get gold to pool together in slag or whatever. So like he was made like a fake refining situation that he was like, if you were to refine some gold or whatever. And the bismuth, well, he used Pepto-Bismol, but Pepto-Bismol contains a lot of bismuth. He used the bismuth to get the gold to congeal together into a nice bead. And so it technically could have a use in that instead of lead. So you don't have to breathe in lead fumes constantly. And it's just a fun element. It's pretty. So we would debate on bismuth back and forth probably. I think it should be higher. You think it would be lower. We definitely have to debate on that quite a bit. But anyways, I would like to thank everyone for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. New podcasts every other Friday at 11 a.m. Central Time. And good night.